guys, my name is Carter Chi and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be reviewing a BMW. And in BMW-like fashion, I park like a total douchebag, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm going to be reviewing this beautiful 135i M Sport. This car is actually pretty cool. This is my dad's car. He had to borrow my WX for a couple of days so he could go up to the mountains. So I've been driving this around for the past couple of days and it's been a hell of a ride. It's really fun. This thing is essentially a go-kart on steroids. You have a really powerful engine and probably one of BMW's lightest cars. And what you get out of that is a car that loves to take turns really fast, loves to slide just a little bit, and just an overall really responsive and well-handling machine. So BMW, good on you for that. Now, one thing you'll find that's different from the 135i M Sports and just any other 1 Series is that you get the bigger brakes, bigger wheels, M Sport suspension, and the interior is a little different as well. But right off the bat, you also notice for a stock car, this is pretty low. Maybe 2 fingers in here. Not bad. Now, as you can see, this is the 6-speed manual version. My dad wasn't about to get an automatic sports car. That's just how the way we do things. Being the fact that this is one of BMW's smallest cars ever, excluding the i3, there's not a whole lot of space, but there is enough space for this car to be a good daily driver. Alright, so I didn't move the driver's seat up at all, and I'm about average height, 5'8", so I could fit in the back pretty comfortably. Sure, there's not a ton of leg room, but it actually goes back a decent amount. So I'd say I have a good 1.5 feet of leg room back here. Headroom sitting in the back from, I'd say I have a good 1/2 inch to 1 inch. So I mean, if you're carrying people around, it shouldn't be too big a deal. But of course, if you're like my family and you have a bunch of kids, backseat is perfect for kids. Fits a car seat perfectly. Alright, so my dad is by no means old. However, he is getting up there. Just kidding. But what's an old person's favorite sport in the whole wide world? If you guessed golf, then you'd be correct. The trunk space actually isn't that bad. My dad can fit a whole set of golf clubs in there, and then some. Has all his clubs, some extra clubs out here. He's got benches. He's got 2 benches in here, an umbrella, a bunch of shoes, and a bunch of extra golf balls and tees. So, not bad. It can actually hold a decent amount of stuff. And here we have the heart of it all, the N54 twin turbo motor. Let's start her off, give her a couple revs, see how she sounds. Sounds pretty good for a car that's 10 years old. Oh no, 11 years old now. Let's take it out for a drive. Alright, so right off the bat, I can feel that this car is quite a bit different than my car. Obviously. This car's got some pretty good power though. 305 to 310 horsepower out of the factory, not bad, especially in a little car like this. Really like that transmission, nice and short. This car's just really easy to drive. And believe it or not, it gets better gas mileage than my WRX. So that's nice. My WRX is getting about 18, 19 miles a gallon on a good day. This car is getting roughly 24 miles a gallon, which I'm amazed at, being that it has more power than a stock WRX and has more cylinders. Alright, let's do a pull. Turbos in this car spool up pretty quickly. Can barely feel the turbo lag, which is nice. Overall, just a very easy car to drive. That's right, I use my turn signals. So a car that many people compare this BMW to would be the Supra, mainly because of the motor. So this car uses a M54 inline 6 motor, which is very similar to the 2JZ found in the Toyota Supra. Both cars produced roughly the same amount of horsepower from the factory. Both rear-wheel drive, both twin turbo. I mean, even the interior is actually pretty driver center focused on this car, which is nice. I mean, the passenger does have like some creature comfort controls, but for the most part, everything's pretty driver oriented. For a stock exhaust, is actually decently loud. Of course, the interior is kind of muffled, but on the outside, it's pretty loud. This stock exhaust cold starts are almost as loud as my Stage 2 WRX cold starts, so that's pretty impressive. So good on you, BMW, for making loud cars out of the factory. This car is also really easy to heel and tow. A lot easier than my WRX. I do also notice small handling differences. This car tends to want to oversteer a little bit, while my WRX tends to understeer. But, I mean, oversteer is more fun than understeer, so I'm not complaining. So, I mean, all in all, this is a pretty great car. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. If you like what you saw, smash that like button and subscribe to see more awesome content like this. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.